An adventurer is strong in mind, body, and spirit, and has the courage to face any adversary, no matter how large or small, and to protect all living things.
Congratulations, TJ!
Yeah, Tej. Congrats!
Even though you're an official adventurer now, Tej, I still want to start you off slow.
Aye, aye, Captain.
We have an emergency! All adventurers assemble in the main hall!
Botley, we're already assembled.
Oops. Right, sorry. Anyway, I'll bring this up on the main view screen. I patched into the security cameras at the robot factory. It seems that the robots are running amok.
All right, let's go!
TJ, I think it would be best if you stay here.
Okay. Let's look at this thing logically. First thing we need is a way to defend ourselves.
I've analyzed your launcher, and it seems the cooling unit is damaged.
Then we'll have to take it over to the lab. I'll meet you there. Okay, we just need to make some last-minute modifications to the launcher. Head on into the lab.
That is so cool! What is it again?
The launcher? It's just what we need to stop robots in their tracks. Now you'll need to find something to load it with. Dell's restaurant is nearby. Just don't get their blue plate special.
Welcome to Dell's. There's tons of stuff here you can load into the launcher, but everything is self-serve, so look around. Those giant ice crystals will be perfect. Just load them into the handle and launch away. Then we can freeze those robots in their tracks. Come on back to headquarters.
Hey, look where those glorified garbage cans are now. We've got to shut down that robot factory.
You need to go to Sarsaparilla Software. They created the robot's original programming. Here's a data disk to access their system.
TJ, why don't you go drift? I'll take over monitoring for this one.
Okay, great. I'll meet you at the software company. They make the coolest computer games here. All you need to do is download the right software, and we'll bring the robot factory to a screeching halt. Nice work. This new program will shut down the factory completely. Why don't you peruse their mainframe and see if they've got any new games there?
Listen, Palooka, I'm not so sure they'd appreciate you liberating their software.
I know. Anyway, you need to get to the robot factory.
I am so excited! This is my first field mission. Jess said to plug the new software into the computer, and this place should grind to a halt. Great work! We've shut down that robot factory for good.
Wow, you guys did great!
I must say, it didn't take you long to stop my little revolution.
Who are you? Botley, how is he breaking in?
Oh, that's for me to know, and you to find out. In the meantime, just call me the Prankster.
You reprogrammed the robot factory? But why?
Oh, I hate the thought of you adventurers getting bored, so I've arranged several little pranks for you. In fact, the next one should be starting right on time.
What's going on? It's only 10 o'clock, but my watch says it's straight up noon.
The prankster must have reset all the clocks in town.
But we're not finished yet. You better go read up on time at the library in the ancient city. The library is old and neglected.
Would that be why it's called the Ancient Ruins?
Look through the books and see what you can find out about time.
There's a sundial in the ruins of the ancient city that affects all timepieces in Adventure Valley.
The sundial has a map symbol on it. TJ should be able to help you decipher it over at the map room.
This reminds me of an ancient Setsa symbol. No time for that now.
Botley has been monitoring the time-controlled elements of the city. If we don't get the clocks reset, the dam will open the gates at the wrong time and flood the city.
Oh no! Hurry! Let's find the symbol on the coded map of the city. It's the symbol to the clock tower. We'll have to reset that back in town.
Perfect. You brought the clock tower instructions. This should be a snap.
And then everything can go back to normal. Or, as you would say, Jake.
Great job, everyone. We were really able to work together on that last one.
Radio. Music. Must sleep.
Rise and shine, sleepyheads. Not everyone can sleep the day away. I'm hoping the entire city is enjoying its melodic tones.
But it's putting everyone to sleep.
We've got to stop his transmissions.
I think we should start at the music studio. Take a pair of headphones so you don't fall asleep.
Oh, sorry, didn't see you walk up. If I get my mitts on that prankster, I'll give him a little chin music to dance to. If we're gonna stop this song and dance, you're gonna need to start whistling a new tune. Now we're hitting on all eights.
TJ is at the ancient library and says he found a reference to something called the grand frequency that might help.
Why don't you give the library the once-over?
Hey, wake up! I know this is a library and all, but we have work to do.
Oh, sorry. I can't get that music out of my head. All right. The grand frequency is a unique frequency that overrides all others. If we can figure out exactly what it is, we can override the prankster's transmissions. Good work! Now take that frequency to Zach at the power plant. He'll know what to do with it.
Glad you made it. We can use the tower here to broadcast your music at the grand frequency, and we're home free. Great job! That's what I call music to my ears.
Lunchtime! Come and get it!
Hey, these hamburgers are green.
And they taste like Brussels sprouts.
Really? I figured it was veggie burgers and zucchini fries.
The prankster!
Let's take some grub to the lab and analyze it. I'll meet you there. Okay, the first step is to use the molecular analyzer to examine the food and determine the source of the contamination. Good work! Looks like the food has been corrupted at a cellular level. We need to get some fresh samples. We could go to Dell's restaurant. They still sling hash the old-fashioned way.
They've got plenty of food here to sample from. It's self-serve, though, so just get in line. A 4-course meal! And don't worry, that green stuff is guacamole.
According to the food replicator instructions, we need ionized molecules for it to work.
You'd better head to the power plant.
Sweet! You brought lunch. I'm starving.
This food needs to be ionized. It's not your lunch order.
I know. But a man can dream. Let's get to it then. Now we just have to sample our pure ionized food into the replicators. You'll need to go to the robot factory where the central food core is.
Great! You brought the new sample. All we need to do is scan the molecules and this computer will fix the food replicators. You did it! All the food replicators are back to normal.
But I hear Dell's is still serving a blue plate special.
That's what I said. Everything is back to normal.
Ah, an orange. It's the simple things in life.
Look at the view screen.
It's the entrance to headquarters. It's never supposed to be broadcast, not even on our own security system.
But it's not your security system. It's mine. I thought everyone in the city would enjoy a peek at the entrance to your little secret hideout.
We've got to stop that transmission, or everyone will find out our identities.
Let's take this image over to Sarsaparilla Software and see if they can locate the origin of the transmission.
Great, you've got the image. We can use their software to study the angle of the shot and locate the source of the transmission. Nice work! We found an angle describing the direction of the transmission's origin. Now we just need to find the origin point itself.
Now we can use the map room to find the actual location, right?
You're catching on quick, TJ.
Okay, let's take this angle you found and figure out where that transmission is coming from before someone finds us out. Great job! We've got the longitude and latitude of where this is coming from, but it seems like the camera is somewhere high above the ground.
Let's go to the highest spot in town, the clock tower.
Take the geomapper. You should be able to use it to find the exact altitude of the camera. Geomappers can track any object by longitude and latitude. We can use it to scour the lay of the land and get this camera made.
And find its location, too.
Yeah, that's what I said. Good job. Looks like the camera is located in that cloud bank over there. We'll have to clear away the clouds.
Hey, we still have the airplane from before. I bet we could use that.
You better get yourself to the airport.
The plane's all refueled and ready to go. Nice work. We got rid of that cloud bank. Now, not only is the camera gone, but I can work on my tan.
Botley, are you sick?
That shouldn't be possible. After all, I am a robot. But I've been sneezing ever since I last accessed the main computer.
Botley, why don't you run a diagnostic on yourself?
Oh no! It seems I've contracted an aggressive replicating destructive algorithm. Oh, the humanity!
Can't you purge your system of the virus?
Oh yes, of course I can. I can localize and erase it internally. No problem.
But if you caught the virus from the main computer...
Oh no! This is a code red. We've got to get to the lab immediately and try to isolate the virus. This is horrible. We've got to find a way to contain the virus before headquarters shuts down. If we isolate some of the data stream, we can analyze it. Nice work, but the virus has infected the lab. We're not going to be able to analyze the data here.
You know, I used to put dance music together, and it's made up of several separate tracks.
The same way a data stream is layered. Let's get over to the music studio.
Sally gave me the heads up. We should be able to isolate that virus in no time.
I hate to press you guys, but Jess just told me that the virus is starting to corrupt computers all over the city.
Okay, let's do it. Good job. We've mapped out the rate of corruption of the network, but we have no idea how the network is set up. Zach has a hunch, though. You need to meet him at the ancient ruins ASAP.
I think I'm onto something here. Let me see that map. Look at the pattern. It's like the layout of the ancient ruins. If we follow the paths, we might be able to find a way to stop the virus. Great. I think we found the file path. You can use it to return the virus to its original source.
Almost all the computers have been infected, but Joe is onto something at the robot factory.
I wish I could entertain you with more hard-boiled slang, but time is short. The factory computers are still shut down from our earlier visit. We should be able to redirect that virus from here. We've done it! We've rerouted the virus. Now we can find that prankster and put him away. Great! Botley, have you found the source of the virus yet?
Yes. No. This can't be. But according to this, the source is headquarters.
What? I got here as fast as I could. What's the status?
Well, the virus was contained, but the interface has been destroyed.
I'm able to keep power up, barely, but I'm afraid we won't have access to any information.
Sally and I have combed through the corrupt data stream, and we think we found something.
Let's go to the software company to verify that the data is accurate.
Oh, right! Because we stopped the virus, they're going to help verify the data. No charge. See? Jess and I were right. The data shows the location as 3283 Northwest. I don't know what Joe is onto.
Wait, I think I figured it out. Remember the camera in the clouds? We found its location based on latitude and longitude. What if it's not a street address, but map coordinates?
32 North, 83 West?
Yes! But I haven't been able to pinpoint the exact location. We'll have to go back to the map room.
Let's plug in the coordinates and see where it leads. I hope TJ's right about this.
If he's wrong, the prankster could be long gone by the time we find his hideout.
Joe may be right. This puts the location on the northwest side of town.
Of course, at the abandoned amusement park. But the power to the main gate was cut off a long time ago. We'll need to turn it back on.
I knew watching all those movies would pay off someday. This is gonna be a breeze. Charge up the power to the gate, and then we'll pinch the prankster. Jake, the power's on, and here's the key to the gate.
We'll meet you there. Be careful.
Joe, you really came through there. I should have listened to you.
Well, I couldn't have done it without everyone else, especially TJ.
Gee, I don't remember inviting everyone over for a party. I'm gonna need more ice. Besides, shouldn't you all be more concerned with getting your precious computers up and running instead of coming after poor innocent moi?
It's time we put this palooka on ice.
But I have to tell you, I've built some amazing little security devices that you may not find particularly funny.
Jess, is it just me, or does his voice sound awfully familiar?
Let's worry about that after we get him.
Congratulations. I have a friend I want you to meet. Allow me to introduce Alpha.
That's great. You've got a toaster.
Alpha is no mere toaster. You're looking at one of the most advanced robotic interfaces ever built, linked directly to the Adventurer headquarters. And now with Alpha, I and I alone will have access to all the information in your computers.
Max!
Are you okay?
Where's the prankster?
He got away, but we have to get back to HQ right now.
TJ, where'd you go? Shouldn't run off like that.
But I had to test a theory. I figured he must have a backup plan in case something went wrong with Alpha. Then I found this. I think I'll call him Omega.
This means we have access to our computers again.
Let's head back to HQ.
Allow me to introduce Max Masters.
Max used to be an adventurer. He was the youngest member ever to be inducted, and the only member ever to be kicked out.
Max thought he was smarter than everyone else, and was never able to work as a member of the team. I'd almost forgotten about Max.
Hello again, adventurers. I suppose I should introduce myself properly.
There's no need. We know who you are, Max Masters.
It doesn't matter now. I have everything I need from you. I won. I escaped from you. I have Alpha. Wait a minute. Why do you have power in there? That place should be shut down tight.
Maybe because we outsmarted you.
And we're back up and running at 100%.
No, this is impossible. I had this plan from beginning to end. I'm supposed to have won. Me! This is supposed to be my victory!
And now, you don't have Alpha.
I will have my revenge.
Ooh.
It didn't work. I did everything that you asked. I reset the clocks to open the floodgates, and I even tried to put the city to sleep with secret messages. But they stopped me. And now they have Omega, and I have nothing. Yes, of course. By the time I get done with them, there will be no question who has the superior intellect.
You know, TJ, you really came through with getting Omega. But you shouldn't go off by yourself like that.
Aw, come on, Zach. I'm not a little kid anymore.
I hate to break up this family feud, but look, it was supposed to be clear today, but a strange weather system is moving in.
What is that stuff?
We'd better get this to the underwater lab for a thorough scientific analysis.
The underwater lab needs some samples from the water to use in the analysis. Meanwhile, I'm going to try out my new underwater camera. There's an interesting group of sponges I've been wanting to observe. We've created a formula that will change the clouds back to normal.
Now we need to disperse it into the air. Let's get to the windmill. Okay, Frank the caretaker says sometimes the gears inside get a little stuck. All you have to do is get the windmill spinning again. Then we can release the formula into the clouds. Polka dots aren't really my thing. We'd better drift. Here goes.
Great job out there, Joe. You too, TJ.
Thanks, Zach.
I hate to interrupt. Well, actually, I rather enjoy it.
Max!
I should have known you were behind this. Why are you doing this?
Can you ever really know a person's true motivations? There are so many factors.
Max,
Perhaps it's because you insulted my intelligence when you kicked me out of the adventurers. But now, it's my turn. I've got a real beast of a challenge for you.
Perhaps I'm wrong, but I don't think a hippopotamus is supposed to have stripes.
Most of the animals are rescued from the jungle, so let's start snooping around there.
Oh, you've got your helmet. I almost didn't see you.
Whatever Max has done, we've got to undo it.
Okay, I think the first step is to gather some animal hair samples. Good work, but I can't make hide nor hair of those samples. We need Jess to help us analyze it. Where is she?
Where else? The lab.
Great! You brought the hair sample. DNA is the genetic code that determines what kind of organism everything is. Once we've analyzed the DNA in these samples, we should be able to create an enzyme to feed the animals that will change them back to normal. Excellent! We'll get this to the animal refuge right away.
Couldn't we have just kept the chicagator? In some cultures, that animal would have been considered a minor deity.
Hey, what's that?
It's the sensor inside Mount Messier. It appears it's going to erupt.
Botley, if the volcano is going to erupt, why is it covered with snow?
That's not snow. I don't know what it is.
It appears this goo has the same properties as taffy.
Let's go to the candy factory and do some research.
You know, it would be okay if the volcano was covered in taffy.
Sure, until you had to swim to school in it.
Oh, you're right. Come on, let's get a sample of taffy from the candy machine.
All right, we have all the taffy samples we need.
Zach is over at the hydro plant studying the effects of gravity. Why don't you take these samples over to him? But don't let him eat any.
Taffy. Sweet. I skipped breakfast this morning. Delicious. Now, where were we?
Trying to stop the volcano.
Right. You know, I've been thinking. Maybe we could reverse gravity and pull the goo back into the volcano. We can test it out with the taffy samples you brought. Stellar job! Now, take the map and head on over to the anti-gravity field so we can get out of this sticky situation.
If more of my cases had maps, my job would be a lot easier. Now you just need to find the volcano's area of gravity on the anti-gravity field, and we can suck that goo right through the floor and make everything square. Great job! You did it!
Take a look at that.
Oh, this is horrible. It's supposed to be a man in the moon, not a Max on the moon. What can we do?
You know, there's an old legend about a pirate gem that had the power to restore the full moon.
Maybe we should check out the sunken pirate ship for clues.
Now, the pirates would have hidden the gem, but there should be a map somewhere on the ship that will tell us where to find it. Good work! The map shows that the gem is in a cave in the sky? What does that mean?
It's an underwater cave. You have the map upside down.
Oh, thanks, Sal. Just making sure you were paying attention.
That gem was originally used by farmers in their harvest moon ceremonies before it was stolen by pirates.
Looks like the gem is inside the cave. Go get your mitts on that bauble.
According to the legend, the gem needs to be nestled into the Jurassic fern, which had rejuvenating powers, but those plants became extinct centuries ago.
Oh, yeah. Hey, wait a tick. I think they preserved one in the biosphere. Let's give the place the once-over.
Wow, an ancient gem! Pirates! This is so cool! Now all we need is a Jurassic fern. I'll show you where it is. Come on!
I am so sick of Max Masters and his stupid tricks.
So let me get this straight. Max used to be an adventurer, but then he got kicked out?
Yes, because he couldn't learn to work with the rest of us. But teamwork is what being an adventurer is all about.
Excuse me, but I've been monitoring the city for the last few minutes, and I think I've spotted him. This video shows him leaving the vicinity of the sunken pirate ship just a few minutes ago.
Let's go.
You guys got here really quick. Way to go. But I don't see Max anywhere. Let's look around.
A treasure chest of game tokens? Sweet! We can blow off some steam at the arcade.
No, we can't. This is a clue. I'm sure those belong to Max. That's right, he loves video games. Maybe he's at the arcade.
Hey, this place is a lot of fun. I should hang out here more often. Well, why don't you play a few games with those kids and see if they know anything?
Nice shooting. One of the kids saw Max here earlier, playing that pinball machine over there.
We found some seaweed on the controls. Max must have left it there.
Yuck! Great clue, though. Take it to the underwater lab for analysis.
I've heard of sleeping with the fishes, but this is nuts. Seaweed, eh? Okay, take that into the lab and have it analyzed.
Hey, Joe, it turns out that seaweed could only have come from the underwater cave.
Take an underwater flashlight and go meet TJ at the cave. I'm gonna go dry myself out.
The cave's straight ahead of you. I bet Max is in there. You go in and flush him out. I'll wait here to catch him. But be careful.
We got the pigeon. We'll hear what the little stoolie has to say back at HQ.
I'm sorry I almost lost him, Zach.
Hey, TJ, don't be so hard on yourself. Joe couldn't have caught Max if you hadn't chased him out of the cave.
Yes, TJ. Good job capturing me. Nicely done.
What the?
But how can I be in two places at once? Any guesses, anyone?
Max!
Okay, I'll tell you. I cloned myself. Isn't that brilliant? Now you'll never know if you've captured the real me or not.
This is terrible. This could go on forever.
Oh, Sally, is it? Here, let me make it easier for you. There, that's one down. Bye for now. If you need me, I'll be, everywhere.
We need to stop Max from making more of those clones. Let's take some of this clone residue over to the lab and analyze it.
I must say, clone residue makes quite an interesting specimen. Let's get it under the microscope. The clone residue is made up of a combination of Max's DNA and some plant extract. Take a sample to the jungle and see if you can pinpoint what plant it came from. That may give us a clue as to how to stop the clones.
Howdy. So you need to get your mitts on the plant that matches that extract? Well, you came to the right place. I think there are about 1 million plants here. Dig in. Jake, you found the plant. What is it?
I'm not sure. Maybe if we take it over to Zach in the biosphere, he can figure it out.
So you did a little pruning in the jungle, huh? Let's take your sample and compare it with the biosphere database and see if we can figure out what it is. It's a unique form of sugarcane with a glucose content 10 times that of normal sugarcane. So Max's clones must be made up of mostly sugar. Now, where could there be an unlimited supply of sugar?
The candy factory!
All right, Tej! Get over there as fast as you can. Take a glucose sample with you just to make sure it matches what they use.
I'm sure Max is making the clones here because their candy hasn't been as sweet lately. Let's get into the candy machine and see if we can find where all the sugar is going. You did it! No more new clones! And candy production is back on track!
Sweet! but I'm sure we'll have more than enough trouble from those clones that are already out there.
Perhaps there's a clue to where Max's hideout is in the riddles he's played.
That's it.
Look at the first letter of each of the first 4 riddles. C-A-V-E. He's telling us that his hideout is somewhere in a cave.
We need a map.
You know, the windmill used to be the tourist center. There's probably some maps lying around there. If we can slow down the speed of the windmill, that will give us a chance to look for the map. Great work. You know, I remember now there's an old pirate legend about a secret cave behind the Great Falls.
Of course. And you could see those falls from anywhere. In other words, it's right in front of our faces.
Excellent. Take the map out to the sunken ship and see if you can figure out how to get into that cave.
Supposedly, the key to the secret cave went down with this ship, so look around and see if you can find it. Good work! You got the key! Looks like the hydro plant is right where the entrance to the secret cave should be.
Maybe you could still get there from the hydro plant. TJ's over there now.
I found this carving on the wall. Maybe it marks the entrance to the cave. We'll probably need to reroute the pipes a bit to find the way down. I think we found it. Yep, I really think we found it.
We're all coming to meet you.
There's Max! Over there!
Surround him!
How did you guys find me?
Didn't think we'd figure out your riddle, Palooka?
Which riddle? What are you talking about? I didn't want you guys to find me.
Let's take him back to headquarters and sort this out.
Everyone, look at the view screens. Quick! Something's happening!
Max, what's going on?
I don't know. They were never designed to do this. Why couldn't you just admit that I'm smarter than you?
Max, don't you see? This is bigger than you or me or any of us. Whatever that thing is, it's gonna hurt people.
What do you want me to do about it?
Don't you see, Max? We need you. You may be the only one who knows how to stop that thing. So please, Max, won't you help us?
Oh, fine, I'll help you. But only until I find out who framed me. You and TJ go back to my hideout. I'll give you the access code to the clone dissolver and tell you what to do. Okay? TJ, would you please gather up all my personal belongings? Books, pens, cameras. Ah, my hairbrush. Perfect. Now, off to the candy factory.
I checked, and there's still some leftover clone goo here.
Excellent. Now all we need is the opposite of sugar.
Salt?
Exactly. You're cute and quick. Not a bad combination. Let's get some salt from the candy machine. Perfect. Now, take everything over to Jess in the underwater lab. Gee, stopping this thing is almost as much fun as creating it. We've got a sample of my DNA, some clone goo, and some salt. So, what do you think we're going to make, Jess? An angel food upside down cake?
It's obvious. An anti-Max clone compound that will revert them back to their base materials.
You never could take a joke. But we need a few plant samples. Let's get those first.
Okay, you've got your compound. Try not to eat it.
Jess! Now we just need to get it into the air. Hurry on over to the anti-gravity field. That creature is already at the hydro plant and it's looking awfully hungry.
Okay, if we charge up the anti-gravity field, we can release the compound into the air. Congratulations! You did it! The compound is in the air.
Houston, we have a problem. That thing is right in front of headquarters. You'll have to blow the compound in this direction somehow.
I know what to do. We need to pick up a huge coil of copper tubing and some canvas. Everybody meet at the windmill. Okay, here's what we do. We're going to make a giant U-shaped tunnel to redirect the wind towards the monster.
We're only going to get one chance at this.
We've got to try something!
All right. If Zach says it's going to work, I trust him. Let's build a tunnel.
Gesundheit.